Hey, what is up, guys? Flex Media here, bringing you yet another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So this is essentially all we know for Saiyan Day, so what does that leave me to do? Well, it leaves me to speculate on what potentially we could be getting, and I wanted to just share that with you guys. This is all we know from Saiyan Day. So number one, if you've never seen this magazine or anything like this is V-Jump magazine. I believe it's a monthly magazine, and it essentially encompasses all Dragon Ball stuff, and just kind of like nerd culture stuff in Japan. And we are getting free-to-play LR Bardock, and then free-to-play Bardock squad units. So what I assume it's going to be is we're going to be able to farm up Bardock, and then once we farm up the other four, he will then, probably they'll drop the medals to Dokkan Awaken him into an LR. So it's essentially another Ginyu Force. So if you didn't know anything about this, now you do. But again, they've given us no additional information. It's been, when did these drop? These dropped at the beginning of the month, and we haven't found out anything since, so... based on, like, not to say, like, I think the colors mean anything, but just, like, for instance, like, you see Borgos down here. Like, if it was based on colors, let's just say hypothetically it is. So, Borgos would be AGL, which AGL, if you've been playing the game for a while, you know, AGL Day, sort of, in the game, where you can farm all the Dokkan medals of all AGL units, Super Strike events, etc., etc. AGL Day is Monday. So we'd be able to pick up Borgos and then farm his medals, and just for completely free medals, or I'm sorry, yeah, free medals, free unit, free orbs even, we'll be able to farm him up. So, and then you can see, like, let's say Tora, for instance, is tech. You guys get it, right? You can do it one each day, just like the Ginyu Force. But this is essentially all we know so far. But I do want to go over a little bit of banner speculation of who I think could possibly be on the banner. All right, so here we are. This unit right here, LR Gohan and Goten, I've talked about them extensively on my channel. If you're brand new to the game and you know nothing about this, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They probably have the best leader skill in the entire game. As you can see, they were a global first unit by just a shade under 2 months. So, but essentially their leader skill, man, is the best in the game. So they're going to lead Siblings Bond and then Goku's family. So essentially you can run Goku's family with, like, a bunch of the androids thrown in, like the Beerus and Whis. For instance, like the new Dokkan Fest Beerus that just came out on JP, who will more than likely be getting before the anniversary. Obviously the LR, Beerus and Whis, MVP 17. I mean, you guys know. They're really, really good. They have not been around on JP, essentially since their original banner. So essentially, like, if you look down here, July 1st they came out on JP. I believe the Tanabata banner was actually up with them on it. The Tanabata banner was up at the same time as their original banner, and they have not been back since. So I think almost, I mean, dude, call it a flex guarantee. I would almost guarantee they're going to be on this banner, and that's going to go for both sides of the game. It just really seems like this is the time to bring them back. Obviously, they are a hybrid Saiyan. You want people to summon on this banner, and they do have to start bringing back these Dokkan Fest LRs. Just in between major celebrations, if they want people to summon on banners. So I for sure think they're going to be on both banners, but let's kind of look at maybe some, country exclusive stuff here. Okay, so here's future Gohan. Now again, if you're brand new to the game, he was just on, he was our last Dokkan Fest unit on the global side of the game. So February 3rd, you can see there. But he's not been back on JP yet. October 3rd was his original banner. So that's what, 5 months, 6 months he hasn't been on a banner. I think it's about time for him to come back. I think a lot of people thought he'd be back on the Beerus banner, but instead they brought back STR Cooler And remember, STR Cooler came out after Future Gohan. So, again, another one of these units, I think it's pretty much a shoo-in, at least on the JP side of the game, that he is back. He's obviously the Bond of Master and Disciple and Hybrid Saiyans leader. Starts out as a really, really good support unit with damage reduction. He then transforms into an absolute just damage-dealing monster. So you guys know the card. Again, another one of these cards we've been over a lot of times. But I don't want to waste any time. I definitely think he could be on the JP side. Let's go to a global side I think we could see. Now, this may be a little controversial, and if you guys disagree, I do get it. But again, do you want people to summon on this banner or not? Because this would definitely get global to summon. Remember that a lot of global players even skipped Cooler. So if you can't get them to summon on Cooler, you're going to be hard-pressed to get them to summon on anything. Except for maybe if this guy's on the banner. So he's only been out one time. And it's only on global, as you can see there. December 9th, 2019. He came out on a banner with like Hit on it. I think you had Evolution Blue Vegeta. I know you had SS3 Bardock. You know, it had some decent, it was a decent Dokkan Fest, but he was honestly like the main super duper prize, by far the best unit on the banner. He is a Universal Survival Saga and then Reps of Universe 7 leader. You know, he does ridiculous amounts of damage. He gets separately calculated attack and defense bonus. Plus, if you fall below 59%, he gets another separately calculated attack bonus. He's just so insane. I think at the rainbow level, he could easily, you know, yield you a 6 million attack stat. He can do the Spirit Bomb under the right circumstances, which is the most powerful attack in the game. And it also gives you an LRB Pan active skill. So the dude is just bonkers. There's not a level in the game, not even the Legendary Goku event, that can test his true power. You know, he just does so much damage to Int UI because Int UI can't dodge his Spirit Bomb. And that usually takes him out. But again, if you want global players to summon, you got to do something drastic, I feel like. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments. I feel like this will probably be the most controversial one. But I do want to kind of move forward a little quicker. All right, so if they don't bring back the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, I feel like this dude is so ready to be on another banner. I think they need to start doing, you know, they need to... he was originally part of a dual Dokkan Fest with AGL Zamasu. On Global, it was back in November. So, you know, we're going on 4 months without him on a banner. And this is his original banner, right? Now, remember, JP just got him. They had him... He's been back a few times on JP, most recently in January. So I don't think he'd be on the JP side. But on Global, man, they got to start trickling these units in somewhere. Because if they may... I'm hard-pressed to believe they're going to make us wait all the way until the anniversary. That's so long. This is the time. Saiyan Day, he is a hybrid Saiyan. I feel like he might even be more likely than Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. And again, if you want people to summon, you got to put really good units on there. Now, he's the Future Saga category leader. And then he also, you can throw any super class unit on there that you want at Key 3, attack, HP, and defense 120%. You could literally run the Future Saga with like the SS4s on it or something, you know, crazy like that, or like the LR Fusions or something. Like, he's so very, very good. If you just get him one dupe, and you can get him additional attacks when he turns into this guy, he can stack up his defense to such insane levels that not even a type disadvantage super attack from Int UI Goku could do damage to him. And then, of course, he transforms yet again into Spirit Sword Trunks, and he can do like crazy damage, super effective against all types. You know, essentially like a super powered nuker unit. And he massively lowers defense. So there you go, guys. I think, again, okay, fast scroll. Whee! So I think he is a good, there's a very good chance he could be on the global side. Again, I think this would actually get people to summon. But let's move forward here. Now, this dude, Evolution Blue Vegeta, I feel like it's just like a no-brainer to put him on the banner. Like, I wouldn't necessarily be a fan, only for my own personal sake. I'd be a fan for you guys. I imagine not a lot of people have him rainbowed. But, you know, I think he was on the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and if he wasn't, I apologize. But the time before that, I know he was on the Trunks and Zamasu banner. And I ended up pulling 4 copies. So I pulled the 2 copies I needed to rainbow, and then I used 2 extra copies as Elder Kais, and it killed me to do it. But, you know, in the end, I had other blue Vegetas to worry about. He's the Pure Saiyans leader, category key 3, and then HP and defense 170, 130 to attack, but it's not a big deal. Pure Saiyans, they're so powerful that that's not a huge hindrance for you. Before he transforms, he stacks defense. When he transforms into his evolution, he then stacks crit up to 70%. You can run him on like transformation boost. He's just on like the most powerful teams in the game. He fits in well on any team in the game. He's a very, very versatile unit. And then obviously like a leader for one of the best teams in the game. So I feel like he's a shoe-in, and you could also throw transforming Vegeta as well. Even though he was just on a banner, he's on the current banner on JP. But I could still see it. They probably won't put him on there, but, you know, crazier things have happened. But there are a few more I want to get to. Okay, now this guy, I feel like is a sort of an outsider's chance of being on the banner. This is a really interesting choice because he is about to be, he is about to get his EZA on the JP side of the game. You can see here March 10th. Now, we won't be getting this on Global for quite some time. We're going to be getting Omega Shenron on the 11th. So, but I feel as though like maybe midway through the celebration, we could get another EZA. But this guy's it. So what we do know about this guy so far, we don't know anything about his passive. All we know is his leader skill at Int type key 3. And then 120 to stats. So that's good for Dokkan Battlefield for sure. He's got very good links, and he's got very high stats. So his EZA stats are up. Where are they? Here we go. 17,300 attack, 17,100 HP, 11,200 defense. So very, very good unit overall. He was the reason, in my opinion, why I was able to take down the Future Saga Super Battle Road for the first time. He passively lowers the enemy's attack and defense, because all of those enemies in Future Saga are extreme class. And then he stacks attack for 3 turns. There's no telling what they're going to make him do. They could literally make him do anything. I think he's a good candidate to like maybe infinitely stack attack. Or you could have him infinitely stack attack and defense. I think that would be really nice. Or if you give him maybe like a 9-turn stack or something like that, I think that would be really, really good for him. One thing is if they do that, you might want to respec him to, have more additionals. But I think I just have 1 or 2 more units I want to go over, and then we'll kind of jump into Dokkan. So hold on. Okay, so this is Turles. Now, formerly he was the only movie bosses leader. That was when they introduced the categories, when they introduced him. And he is the movie bosses leader, category key 3, and then 150 to stats. Honestly, that extreme class is kind of fodder at this point. But he's still like a decent movie boss leader, but mostly he is raising all allies' attack by key 3 and attack 40%. So that's really, really nice. And then he's passively lowering enemies' attack by 15%. And then, of course, he can transform. He stuns. I believe that's a 25% chance. And then when he transforms, he gets like a high chance to stun. And then he gets attack and defense 130%. Recovers HP. Massively lowers the enemy's defense. Superclass enemies, that is. So he's very, very good. He's got some insane links on him. I don't know who else shares Destroyer of the Universe. Interesting. I don't remember this link. Looks like other Turleses, essentially. Okay, so other Turleses. There you go. So you could run him with like Grade 8 Turles. That's probably his best linking partner, huh? So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and we're going to hop into Dokkan and let's kind of see maybe where the holes are and what kind of unit they could potentially drop. Okay, so here we are. I have opened up all Pure Saiyans and all Hybrid Saiyans. So I don't know exactly where they're going to go in terms of like the main banner unit. There's no guarantee that it's going to be like a super class unit. You know, I feel like we have a ton of Brolys. We could, one possibility is like a Great Ape type Vegeta. Maybe you bring out a Vegeta and Nappa. Might be a good opportunity for that. But again, I feel like that's LR worthy. I guess if he's Dokkan Fest, that's all right. But that would be a really solid choice. Or maybe you could bring back the exchange mechanic. A base form Vegeta that kills Nappa in his, right before he fights Goku in that iconic fight. But again, do you want to bring them right now or do you want to save them for a dual Dokkan Fest? I don't know. But I think that might be an option. Here's the thing is I think that this is probably the biggest gaping hole in the game right now. Maybe not. That might be, hyperbole, but there are basically no, usable Super Saiyan Bardoks. Unless, you're using them for, a showcase of a unit. Like, for instance, he's providing Key 2, attack 20%. You've got, where's the tech one? Let's find him. The tech Bardock, where is he? Right here. So, he is, the tech Goku, the LR Prime Battle Goku. This is his, best running partner. Because tech Goku struggles for Ki so much that he is, when you're changing STR to tech, you're going to have a better time super attacking with the LR Prime Battle Goku. So, I just feel like you need a top-tier Super Saiyan Bardock, and I feel like he'd be a good candidate to have, a side character, So you've got your main dual Dokkan Fest, and then maybe, or not dual Dokkan Fest, you've got your main Dokkan Fest unit, essentially this guy. I think he would be a really, really good option. Obviously, so, this scene, again, that one where he kills Nappa, or just straight up this fight with Goku. But again, I feel like dual Dokkan Fest with a Kaioken Goku. This is not going to be a dual Dokkan Fest. I would be extremely shocked if they did that. That's too many, especially for global. We've got a few coming up here, so. And then JP, of course, just had theirs. So, in terms of who do I think the main banner unit is going to be, could it be Vegeta and Nappa? It could be. This is another guy, so we have no freestanding Evolution Blue Vegeta in the game. I feel like he's Dokkan Fest LR worthy, and I don't think they're dropping an LR. Not yet. Again, that's too many, man. I know that they're having a Dokkan Fest right now, but right before that, the 5-year anniversary, you literally dropped 5 LRs, including a free-to-play one, but still. Who else are we really... Yeah, and in terms of Hybrid Saiyans, I don't know, man. A Gotenks, maybe? Something like that? Okay, we can't even look at them. We don't really have any good Gotenkses in the game. That might be a solid choice as well. Let's kind of look. So, Gotenks. Yeah, so we've got both SS3s. We've got that Gotenks. We've got this Gotenks, of course, the Awakened one. He's just reversed right now. Who else do we have? Super Saiyan Gotenks. This is another huge hole in the game. No Super Saiyan Gotenks. Now they might save this. We've got no good base form Gotenks. Gotenks is another good choice. You've got this guy. I guess he would be the best Super Saiyan Gotenks we have. But you could do better. He's very nice. He seals and he can hit pretty hard. He defends fairly well. He was actually a big part of my Fusion run on the Legendary Goku event, but I feel like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks might be a good choice as well. Maybe you do a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and as a support sort of side character, you do a Super Saiyan Bardock. In terms of who I think is going to get an EZA, I think it's easy. Easy peasy. This guy right here. Masked Saiyan, I think, this is the perfect time to do a Masked Saiyan EZA. This is one of those dudes that, everyone is just you know, everyone's had this dude for so long, and he's decent. You can use him right now. He lowers attack and defense on his super, and when you're facing 2 or less enemies, so essentially like Dokkan events, unfortunately, attack 50,000, defense 20,000. That's not bad. I mean, it's a flat buff, but those are at least like big numbers. You know what I mean? He's not just fodder at this point. He's got decent links. This over 9,000 is wacky. I mean, I get it, but I don't know, man. I don't know how much you're going to be getting over 9,000 with Champa. I heard somewhere that Champa, that is a mistranslation why he has that link. But I don't know. Maybe that's a decent link for him. I don't know. Not too many units have it. Berserker would be interesting. You could put him next to a Broly unit and get that. He's ready, you know, and honestly, he's kind of low on categories as well, but he's ready for his EZA, guys. And then you know, you've got another all types leader, so that's nice as well. I think that is what I'm going with for my prediction. I'm going with a Masked Saiyan EZA. I'm going with a Super Saiyan Gotenks, a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Maybe you have a transforming one. I mean, hell. So I'm going to go with an either Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. And then we're going to go with a Super Saiyan Bardock sort of secondary unit. And that's the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, slap a like on the video. I love doing speculation videos. If you guys want more of these, let me know in the comments below. Come and consider joining the Flex family by subscribing to this channel. I'm trying to give you guys, you know, exciting and invigorating and just, you know, all around decent content every single day. I love all you guys, and thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.